A huge problem you always hear parents complain about is saving money while they have kids. While parents are having kids, they spend a lot on the whole process of getting pregnant, paying hospital bills, taking care of these kids, sending them to school and all that. So majority of the time, a lot of people will complain that having kids, taking care of them and just ensuring that they are fine takes a lot of their money. So in today's video, I am going to tell you how you can save up as a parent while you're having kids. A lot of parents will put their lives on hold because they're like, oh, I cannot build, I cannot do this, I cannot do so many things. Simply because I'm having these kids, I have to pay school fees every year, I have to buy clothes for them. We all know how kids are growing. Kids grow so fast. So parents have a lot to deal with, not to talk about how bad our economy is. The economy is getting worse by the day. So just trying to get everything your kids need and all that cannot be easy. So today I'm going to show you how you can save more. If you like to see this, just keep watching. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kenna, and like I said, today we're going to share tips on how to save money while you're raising your kids. We know how hard it is to save up money while you're having kids and taking care of them and doing everything you have to do as a parent. It cannot be easy, but with these tips today, I can tell you for sure it's going to make life way better, okay? All the stress, all the worry is going to go out the door. Okay, so the very first thing that I have said it a lot. So the very first thing I'm going to tell you to do is focus on food. Focus on the prices of food. You want to monitor and see, oh, when I buy this thing, do they eat it? Do they not eat it? Because guys, we spend a lot on food. You want to be very strategic when it comes to food. You want to know where they sell the cheapest food, not bad quality. Like, okay, if you know that they sell cooking oil here cheaper than they sell in this other supermarket or in this other market, you want to go there. You want to focus on food because, like I tell you, you could be in your house and you're like, oh, I spend 200,000 every month for food. But in reality, you're spending close to 300K because after buying everything you've bought, there's always those little things that you're going to add up and add up and add up. So you want to be very, very careful when it comes to you spending on food. Look at all the impulsive buying you do, like when you're passing on the road and you see fresh bananas and you're like, oh, my kids will like that and all that. You want to focus on how much you spend on food. You want to have an app where you're putting down everything you're spending on food and all that, because it's going to help you know how much you're spending and what you need to do to just make things better. So that's the first thing I'll tell you, because like a joke, a lot of money goes into food. You want to look at, oh, when I buy all these things, what is being left over, what is being wasted, what are those things that we really are not eating, because sometimes you find yourself buying things and cooking things that maybe the people in your house are really not interested in. I take note of especially the snacks I give my kids to go to school. I've been trying different things. I see cheap things and I try them as well. Okay, focus on that. And if you don't know how to save up money on food and all that, I have a video on that. I'm going to try to leave the link of that video in my description box for you to go and watch. That video is completely enriching. I can promise you it's going to help you. The next thing is keep birthdays simple. Another thing where a lot of parents complain about is spending money on birthdays. Whether you're doing the birthday in school or you're doing it at home, we get to spend a lot of money for things like this. So keeping your birthday simple is going to help you save a lot of money. I've seen parents who use over $1 million just for birthday parties and all that. Remember, I do birthdays, so I can attest to that. Some people will spend a whole lot of money on birthdays. So the fact that you make it simple doesn't mean that you have not celebrated. I say it here all the time. I don't know. I don't think I've had up to 5 birthday parties in my house since I had all my 3 kids. But my kids are going to tell you for sure that birthdays, they enjoy their birthdays to the fullest because I make it special. It doesn't have to constantly be expensive. You can, like, that's something that some people really don't get. Like, you don't always have to spend a lot of money to have the best. I always ensure that they have a little cake. We do a little celebration in the house, even if we're not celebrating in school or we're not doing a whole full-blown party. We always do a little celebration. We just make the kids feel like, oh, they remember my birthday, oh, they love me and all that. So keep birthdays simple. It doesn't always have to be a big thing for it to mean that the birthday was a good one. And remember, this advice is for people who are struggling to save. If you're one of those people who has enough money, you can do 15 birthdays in 1 month and you're still fine, I feel like you're good. Obviously, it's going to be just those who are struggling who will be coming to come and get this advice. The next thing is give secondhand a chance. Guys, I am not one of those people who love secondhand, okay? I'm not one of those people, but to be very honest with you, when you go and look for, be it secondhand clothes, secondhand toys, sometimes if you look really well, you could get really good quality. So you want to consider looking at secondhand things. Sometimes we're lucky and we see brand new things when it comes to secondhand. My problem with secondhand is not the fact that the things are secondhand. My problem with secondhand is that you need patience, especially when you're someone like me who loves to pay a lot of attention to detail. I pay a lot of attention to detail, like looking at something, what nobody is seeing, that's what I will be looking at. So for me, it's kind of tricky. I need to take a lot of time to buy something that is second-handed. But sometimes you find that certain things, buying them second-hand can really help. Okay, so you want, if you're one of those people who is always like, no, I'm not buying second-hand and all that, I'll tell you to give second-hand a chance, and you're probably going to love the experience. Because some people will go for really low-grade Chinese things that get bad in such a short while, and I'm like, why did you just go for secondhand? Because for me, if you put Chinese things, low-grade Chinese things, and then you put second-handed things, I am clearly going for second-handed things, because from every indication, from all I have seen so far, second-handed things are better than the Chinese things. Okay, so the next point I'm going to talk about is choose frugal fun. Like, be creative. You don't always have to go out to have fun. You don't always have to, oh, let's be out there. I need to take my kids to go have pizza. I need to take them to a park. I need to, because these are the things that will eat our money. Like Myra just woke up the other day, mommy, I want pizza. She wants pizza, she wants pizza. Mom was broke. I am broke as F. I'm like, I cannot give you pizza. Because taking you to go eat pizza, that's already like 25K down the drain. Because before you buy 2 pizzas, that's already like 14,000. You buy them drinks, before your transportation and all that, you have already spent like 25K in the blink of an eye. So I'm just like, no, you can always create that balance. There are certain times that you can create fun. Like sometimes I do movie night in my house. Like we do movie night. I just do the whole popcorn thing. I put off the lights. I buy drinks. We just sit, we watch a movie, and like download a movie you like, or a show that you know that your kids like, and then you could just sit down and watch. You're still bonding with them, but you're not necessarily going out with them. Sometimes rather than every weekend you're like, oh, I'm taking them to the pool, there are these house pools now that are everywhere. That thing costs 35,000. There's another one that is 90,000, the bigger one. If you want to get in with them and all that, you could as well do that. In that way, you're not paying that 2,000 or 3,000 that you go every day to every time to the swimming pool to go and pay. Every month you have already spent like 30,000 just on swimming. When if you save up that money, and rather than take that 30,000, you're spending 30,000 every single month to take your kids to the pool and all that, you buy the pool for 35,000 and you have saved up so much, because all the months, calculate how much you would have lost all the months just taking the kids out like that. So yeah, that is also another thing you can do. Like, just be creative, create games. I have said in another video that I do a lot of, I let my kids watch TV a lot, but I also play with them, create games, do things with them, just play with them, try to distract them. Like, okay, you don't always have to go out if you want to have fun. Sometimes you can be in your house and you're having the best time of your life. I'll put music, we'll dance, there are these videos on YouTube where you learn dance steps, put those things, we're learning dance step, we're bonding, we're laughing. So it doesn't always have to be that, oh, I'll spend a lot of money because I want my kids to have fun and all that. You can always create a balance. Another thing which I cannot wait to start talking about with my kids is budgeting. It's always good for you to try to make your kids to understand that, see, there's no money, and when there's no money, things are going to be a little hard. I cannot wait to start talking, because I decided that I'll start talking about that with Caden this year. Just trying to explain to him that you have to understand that money is not easy. You have to work to make money and all that. So we are struggling to give you the best. You have to understand when we say we don't have money to do this, it's not because we don't love you, but it's because times are hard. Like, just have conversations about money with kids, how you work money, how you get money, just to make kids to understand. Because I feel like these are the kind of conversations that that I would have loved if I had with my parents, but I never had. Not because they're being malicious or anything, but just because they did not know better. So that's something that I'm very excited to start having conversations with my kids about. It just helps you to know how to handle money, because majority of us growing up, they never really taught us how to handle money, how we get money and all that. My parents would just normally tell me that it's not easy to have money. Do you feel we pluck money on trees? But they never really gave us a deep understanding of how they go, when they go out there, they work the money, how hard it is, all the stress they go through before having this money. Sometimes you work and you don't even get the money and all that. So those are conversations that you want to have with your kids, because in that way your kids will be understanding like, oh, when mommy actually does this thing or when daddy does this thing, it's a sacrifice. It's not like we should just be spending. And in that way you're going to save more, because when you intend to save, you can now explain to your kids like, times are hard, things are hard, and we have to protect your future. I need to save up money for your education in the future, so this is why things are like this at this time. Another thing is plan ahead. Like, I'm the biggest planner. I love planning everything. I plan from the littlest to the biggest things. I'm constantly planning. So you want to plan, right? Okay, you're having a baby. You want to do your research. How much do I need as a new parent? How much do I need? What am I supposed to spend? How much am I supposed to spend here? What am I going, like, you want to do all your research. Look at the hospitals. We have 5 hospitals. Which one is the cheapest? Which one has really good service? Because when you research and you plan, it is easier for you to know the best option. But when you're just falling into things are just happening and then you're just going with the flow, sometimes you get spent a lot more than what you expect. For example, for schools, right? I started planning for schools really early. By the time Kaden was turning 1, 2, we had already started having the conversation of, okay, looking at how much my husband makes, how much are we willing to pay for school? What kind of school do we like? What kind of education do you want for this child? What are you envisaging? In that way, you're preparing your mind, and then you know that, okay, this is what we expect, this is how we plan to do this is how we plan to make things work, and all that. That is just it, guys. Like, planning is really important. Plan ahead of time. Like, now we have like the education insurance for our kids, where a particular amount of money is going every month to an account for the kids for their future. So we already know that if it gets to the time for university, my kids will not have any problem, because just imagine that even if you're saving 10,000 every month for your kids' education, imagine how much it's going to be before that child, when that child is turning 16, 17, ready to go to the university. Imagine how much you would have saved. So that is just it. It's always good to really plan ahead, do a lot of research, because if not, you're going to go through and then you only try to invest or do something with your life when you are getting really old, tattered, and tired. So yes, guys, this is basically how save money while having kids, because we all know having kids is not easy. I say it all the time without even blinking. Please do not have kids if you don't have money, if you're not financially stable, if you know that you're going to be struggling and managing. Please wait, look for money when you are now stable and okay, then you can start having children. Anyway, guys, that is it for my tips. You know how this goes. Please come to the comment section and tell me what you think about these plans. Do you feel like it's a good way to save up? Do you feel like I'm just talking here, but it's not really things that are applicable? Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I am going to see you on my next one. Okay, love you guys. Bye. Mwah.